back to the channel. My name is Ebube Okwe, and just in case you're coming in for the very first time, hopefully you subscribe before the end of this video. So today I just want to talk about dating, relationship. I mean, I've dropped a hint on this channel. I'm not a single babe. I've been in the dating pool for the longest time. Currently I'm survived of that was a joke. Anyway, currently I'm in a relationship of 2 years. I'm gonna be having my 2 years anniversary actually in 3 days time. So in light of that and in that mood, I've been thinking, processing my whole relationship journey, how far we've come. Guys, relationship is not easy. Sometimes I do envy single people, but we just have to do these things because I mean, it's just life. Love is part of life. It's a huge part of life, so relationship is paramount. So now I want to just share my quick tips on how my relationship has survived this long. The hint number one I want to drop is you really need to know the kind of guys that you like and the kind of guys that you attract. So I've looked back and I see similar traits in the kind of guys that I have been with. The kind of guys that enter my eye possess certain characteristics on the first day, emphasis on the first day, because subsequently you eventually get to see their real character. I like my guys gentle, soft spoken, good vocabulary, and not gentle like just gentle and mute and boring. Like, you have to be gentle, mysterious, but fun. And the first day a lot of things really put me off, so it takes a lot for me to give you 100, for me to say okay, this is someone that I don't mind getting to know. Do you get me? So back to what I was saying about my preference. I like my men well composed. They have to embody confidence. I love mature looking men, not boys that are just looking like I'm still for the streets. I don't mean that you have to dress like corporate. You can even appear in your shorts but look smart. Be well spoken, just appear responsible, appear like someone that is focused and can really take care of me, smell nice. And I love my men handsome. Of course, you have to be good looking. So to mention but a few. Now, once you acknowledge the kind of men you attract, that is just about 0.001% of your issue. You eventually get into a relationship thinking, oh yeah, well, he ticks my boxes, he's handsome, he's good looking, he smells nice, talks nice, and all of that. Guys, in the dating / relationship phase, gone. One of the things that have worked for me, and that's the second hint that I'm going to be giving you, is learning my awareness. I have come to realize that self-awareness is beyond knowing my likes and dislikes. Sometimes when I hear, oh, you have to be self-aware, you have to know who you are, I mean, like, okay, who else am I if not just do you get what I'm saying? So I've not really heard about self-awareness in the manner that I've come to realize it myself. Dating a self-aware person is dating someone that understands their temperament range, knows their flaws and not just what they like or dislike. For example, I've been in a relationship where the guy, he was always snapping. Jiggy. He never physically abused me or any of that, but he was always snapping, and that relationship actually did not last anyway. Issue there is here, this guy will snap at the very slightest thing and will not even acknowledge that he snapped. Like, you literally tell him, yo, why are you snapping? You just snapped and it wasn't necessary. You'll be like, no, I didn't snap. What? You snapped, you just did. Like, do you get? It was really frustrating. Like, it's one thing to not know, it's another thing to, okay, I know and I acknowledge and I'm sorry. Do you get? It makes it a lot easier. But when you don't even know your temperament range, you're so excited. Oh, am I don't even know I'm excited. Like, Okay, if you don't know, who else is supposed, like, you're supposed to know yourself that much. You're supposed to be able to acknowledge a lot about you. Secondly, dating a self-aware person is dating someone that, you know, sees things from a second person's perspective. Do you get me? I'm going to use myself as an example. In my relationship, past relationships and all of that, I used to come with this mindset of, oh, I'm never wrong, because I mean, I'm a very nice person, I'm a very good person, I never have wrong intentions for people. So sometimes when we have issues here, I never understand that I could be wrong in any way. One of the things that my current relationship has taught me is that I am not perfect. And now having that in mind, okay, will help me to now be able to see things from my partner's perspective. Do you get me? I might say something to my partner, nothing hurtful from my own end, not having the intention to hurt my partner, but he will eventually get hurt. And I'll be like, nah, you're misunderstanding this. This is not supposed to be. This is not supposed to make you feel this way, because I didn't mean it. So I won't even really see or understand why he would be hurt by what I said. I mean, sometimes think things through with two minds. Just get to understand where they are coming from, especially when they've explained how and why it was able to hurt them. So with that explanation, you should be able to like think it through and analyze it. And that brings me to the third aspect of the self-awareness, which is criticizing yourself. Let me give this example. The first year of my relationship, my partner came back, you know. So sometimes when I'm done with work, I would go over, hang out with him, we chill, and all of that. So the previous day, we had some kind of misunderstanding. So the next day I went to work, and after work, of course, I was meant to come over to his place, but I didn't. So after a while, he felt, you know what, she's supposed to be done with work, let me just give her a call to know if she's on the way and all of that. So he called me, and I told him, nah, I'm not coming over. At first he was like, why? What's wrong? Is it because of the issue? Okay, can we talk about it? I'm like, nah. Like, I came with the feminine ego. She like, nah, I'm not coming over. I'm not coming over. It was like, you know what, okay, fine, no problem, don't come over. I felt guilty because honestly I had the intention to actually go over, but I wanted to just be dramatic anyway. So I'm like, you know what, no, don't worry, I'm going to come over. I just wanted to, like, you know, act drama. I wanted to be pissed, like, oh baby, sorry, don't worry, I'm sorry. That was what I wanted from him. But he didn't seem to like the fact that I stated that I wasn't going to come over. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to come, don't worry, I'm coming. It's like, no, don't bother, we'll talk about it later. Don't bother. It was a back and forth. Like, this man literally said, no, don't worry. Like, obviously he was hot, but I didn't see it then. So I still went to the place, and then it got me angry that, you know, why would you say no to me? Like, why would you say no, I shouldn't come over? Like, what's the meaning of that? Like, even if you were upset that I insisted I wasn't gonna come, when I eventually started saying, oh, I'm going to come, you should have relaxed. I was like, no, see it from this way, that we had a plan that after work you were going to come. So if there was any issue, you should have let me know that, you know, I'm not going to come. But then now you kept me waiting, hoping that I'm going to see you, and then I have to now call and you're telling me, no, I'm not coming over. It was a struggle. I'm like, but it's not that deep. Like, okay, when I eventually said, okay, I'm going to finally come over, you should have just relaxed. And, you know, like, no, like, that's gaslighting. okay. Okay. But then that was one of the issues that pushed me to, start seeing things from a different perspective, from his own perspective, and not just acting randomly. So like when I want to act or when I want to talk, I think things through. So one of the things that developed my maturity in relationships. Yes, so when you're able to actually criticize yourself first, then you can be able to know your boundaries. You can be able to say, you know what, no, I insist on this is a no, or okay, I think I should be able to compromise here. It's not fully my partner's fault. I had a role to play in this. So one of the things that you need to understand when it comes to self-awareness and relationship is you have to be less selfish. You have to be less self-centered. You have to understand that, your partner is a human being as well. I'm talking about, female and female, but females have more of this ego thing. And I'm not saying, or I'm not taking away the fact that, every woman deserves to be pampered and pet. But at the same time, don't do it or don't overdo it, because your partner as well has emotions. It's a human being, it's not a dummy.